Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullah.
We'll start our class with the starting prayer. Can I request a student?
Okay. A5195.
A5195 is not in the meeting.
Assalamu alaikum.
A5191.
Okay. A5191.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullah. Can you make sure that there is no noise coming from behind you?
Assalamu alaikum. That is not my.
Yes, because so what?
A5191. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
Can you make sure that it's very quiet behind you?
Excuse me, that's not my background noise.
Okay. So A5191.
Yes.
Can you read this prayer from here?
Okay. Bismillah.
Start with Auzubillah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi allimni ma huwa jayrun.
Khairun.
Indaka Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim.
Jazakallah. A5191. So I was trying to stop you here and tell you that here when you take a pause at this word indaka, it will become indak. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah. So now we will move on to the etiquettes, and I hope that everyone has performed their wudu before joining the class, and Nasirat should make sure to cover their heads with a scarf, and Atfal should cover their heads with a cap. And I hope that all of you have revised your previous lessons and surahs, and make sure that you are sitting with an adult and your audio and video should be off at all times. And make sure that you log in with correct ID, otherwise after 5 minutes you will be placed in the waiting room by the assistant teacher. During the lesson you must Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So as I was saying, that make sure that during the class you listen very carefully and keep your hands down unless you are requested by me. And if you have to leave the classroom, make sure that you ask for permission before you leave. And after the lesson, make sure that you do your homework and revise your lesson. And also with your parents, recite your daily Holy Quran with translation, because this class is not a replacement and it's just an additional support and help. So Today is a new lesson. So today we'll learn a new surah. So today we'll learn a new surah, and the name of this surah is Surah Al-Maun, and it's chapter 107 in the Holy Quran. And as you can see on the screen, it has a total of 8 verses, including Tasmiyah, Bismillah. And to provide a little introduction, this surah was revealed very early in Makkah, and as we know from in the previous surah, Surah Al-Quraysh, God told us that He granted the people of Quraysh peace and security from danger, and had provided them with all necessities of life. So I hope everyone remembers that Quraysh is the name of a tribe. So by Quraysh, God is referring to the people of Quraysh, that the people were granted peace and security. And he also said that he granted it out of his love and mercy for the people of Quraysh, and not because of their efforts or because they deserved it. And as a result, they were told that they should be grateful for what God has given them, and to show gratitude, they must be sincere and devoted towards their God. However, they chose world over their religion, and they disbelieved in the hereafter, which caused them to disbelieve in religion, deny religion, and deny the existence of God, and also it stopped them from helping their fellow human beings and people such as orphans. So now I will recite the surah, and then I'll ask the co-host to choose 2 students, and afterwards we listen to the audio and make sure that everyone is reciting along with the audio clip. And then I'll listen to the homework, the previous surahs that hopefully everyone has memorized. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون. Jazakallah. So now can I request the assistant co-host to choose a student to recite this prayer.
I'll give you N6181.
Okay. And 181.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you?
I'm fine.
Can I ask the which surah is N6181 going to recite?
Assalamu alaikum. Surah Al-Kawthar, please.
Okay, Jazakallah. N6181.
G.
You have memorized Surah Al-Kawthar, right?
G.
Let me go to the. Okay. So you can start whenever you are ready.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانهر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Jazakallah. N6181. Let me go back to the. So, mashallah, you have memorized the surah really well. And
Jazakallah.
yeah, I just want to point out towards this very common mistake here. So you can see that on noon there is vertical fatha, and I believe that you know the rule for vertical fatha, right?
G.
Can you tell everyone?
You stretch it for 1 second.
No.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. You have to elongate it for at least 2 seconds, for no more than 2 seconds. So make sure that you do that. And
Okay.
Here in this letter, you can see the word. In this word, you can see the letter ba, right? And it's highlighted in red. Do you know the rule for that?
Qalqala.
Yeah. And what do we have to do if a letter of qalqala comes?
It's when there's a letter of qalqala and then you make a echoing sound.
So you make a jerking sound, right? So instead of abtar, it will be abtar. Did you hear the difference?
G.
Okay. So yeah, that's about it. And which other surah is N6181 going to recite?
Al-Maun. Surah Al-Maun.
Jazakallah. N6181.
G.
You have memorized Surah Al-Maun?
G.
Okay, you can start reciting that as well.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Okay, and 621, Jazakillah. Again, mashallah, you have memorized the surah really well.
Jazakallah.
Yeah, and I could see that you were applying the not only the common rules that everyone should apply. Apart from that, you were also applying the a little difficult rules. So that was really good. And just one thing, one mistake here. In the last verse, you elongated the ma too much. It only needs to be elongated for 1 second.
G.
Do you know the rule for that?
Alif Mad.
We'll go to the rule and then you can, yeah, here it is. So can you read this?
Do not prolongate less or more than 2 count seconds beats if an alif of elongation appears next to it.
Yeah. So make sure that revise over this surah again and correct your mistakes so you don't make them next time. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can we have another student?
I'll give you A5203.
Assalamualaikum.
A5203.
Yep, Assalamualaikum.
You are going to be reciting now, so make sure it's quiet
Yep.
so that everyone can hear you properly.
Come with me back.
Okay.
Now we're doing work. Come quick. Come with me back. Quickly.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
A5203.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Which surah is A5203 going to be reciting?
Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Now we're doing work.
A5203.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You
Can you mute me?
okay. A5203 is going to recite Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Yeah, Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Okay. A5203.
Yep.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. You can start whenever you are ready.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يلد. Sorry, can I start again? I messed up. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Jazakallah. A5203. Mashallah, you have memorized the surah really well. just going to find there's noise coming from your side. So first of all, in in Taus, it's A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, not Twa. So
Okay.
can you just recite that once again correctly?
Which part?
Just A'udhu billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Yeah, so it's not Twa, it's Ta. Okay? And
Okay.
here in the first verse, it's Qul huwallahu ahad. Can you just recite this first verse again?
قل هو الله أحد.
Jazakallah. Because when you recited it from your heart, you said Qul huwallahu ahad. So I couldn't hear. There's who here, like the ha in the word Allah, and then there is a ha here in ahad, and you have to make the two ha sounds very clearly and not join them. Okay?
Okay.
When is your time finished?
And apart from that, make sure that on these red highlighted letters, you perform kalkala. You know the rule of kalkala, right?
Yeah.
So make a jerking sound like ahad, not ahad. Ahad. Okay?
أحد.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Which other surah is A5203 going to recite?
Surah Al-Lahab.
Okay. A5203.
Yep.
You can start when you're ready.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب ما تب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
A5203.
Yeah.
Can you restart that?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب رماته حملة الحطب.
A5203.
Yeah.
Jazakallah. I will stop you here because you're making a lot of mistakes in your memorization. So recite it with me once. Okay?
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
وامرأته
وامرأته
حمالة الحطب
حمالة الحطب
في جيدها حبل من مسد
في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Jazakallah. So work on this surah and keep revising it. The first two verses, I think you have memorized them correctly, but you were getting confused from the third verse onwards. So, and make sure that you memorize it with the correct pronunciation and apply all the rules. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
So now I will play the audio, but before I do that, I have a message for the parents. This Wednesday on the 7th of November 2018, we have a parents and teachers meeting. So the class will start normally at 7:05. However, the first 15 minutes of the class will be for the parents and teacher meeting. And then after the 15 minutes, the class will continue as normally. So this is a message for the parents, and I will remind at the end of the class as well. So make sure to attend. Jazakallah. I will play the audio, and can the co-host tell me if it's
Next participant.
I will play the audio first, and
Okay.
all the students should recite alongside. And can I ask the co-host if the audio is not correct? So if there is a lot of noise, please let me know.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Was the audio clear?
I could hear the audio fine, and there was a bit of echo, but other than that, it was fine.
Okay. All right. So.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You want me to tell the number of next participant?
Yeah. Yes.
N6197.
N6197. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Which surah is N6197 going to recite today?
Al-Ikhlas.
Okay. Jazakallah. N6197.
Yes.
You can start whenever you are ready.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay. N6197. Jazakallah. And I'll quickly point out towards this mistake. Your memorization is, mashallah, very good. Just a little mistake in the pronunciation here. Can you see this stroke that I have highlighted?
Yes.
Do you know what this stroke is called?
No.
Okay, so it's an inverted dhamma, and I'm assuming that you don't know the rule for it either, right? So you don't know for how long you have to prolong this rule. Can you read this rule on the screen? Rule number 6.
Okay. Do not prolong a letter which carries an inverse dhamma more than 2 count seconds beats.
Yeah. So that means you have to prolong it for 2 seconds or counts or beats. But do you know what mistake you made here?
I did it for too short.
Yeah, that's right. It was too short. And apart from that, in the last class that I did last Monday, I hope you were in that class, I pointed another rule. Do you know the rule for this lam in the word Allah? Okay, so you also have to prolong that for 2 seconds because we can see that it carries a vertical fatha. However, if the letter before the word Allah carries a fatha stroke or a dhamma stroke, we have to make a thick sound. So instead of huwallahu, it will be huwallahu. You can hear the difference, right?
Okay.
So this rule is specific for the word Allah. Okay? So just make sure that you're be mindful of that. Which other surah is N6197 going to recite?
Surah Al-Lahab.
Okay. N6197?
Yes.
You can start reciting whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You have memorized Surah Lahab, right?
Yes.
So you have to recite it off by heart now.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى
Naran.
نارا سيصلى نارا ذات لهب امرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay. Jazakallah. And 6097. So again, you have memorized the surah really well. However, the same common mistakes. Here you have to elongate. You can see on the screen, right?
Yes.
The letter that I have highlighted.
Yes.
You know the stroke, right? It's madde saghir, and it has to be elongated for no more than 3 seconds. And then vertical fatha, it has to be elongated for no more than 2 seconds, and inverted dhamma as well. So I felt like you have memorized the surah, but you haven't memorized it with the correct pronunciation. So here, wattab and kasab, you have to perform kalkala, and similarly here, hablum mim masad, right? So can you go back home today after the class and revise the surah and make sure that you memorize it with the correct pronunciation. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah. Can we have another student?
Here, next one is 6224
And
and 6224.
N6224. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Which surah is N6224 going to recite?
Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Okay, Jazakallah. N6224. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Is N6224 unmuted? Okay, I don't think N6224.
Yes.
Is it N6224?
Yeah.
Okay, N6224. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum.
Have you have memorized Surah Al-Ikhlas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start reciting it whenever you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Jazakillah in 6224. So, mashallah, you have memorized this surah really well, and you haven't made any minor mistakes, but here you can see the stroke on lam, right?
Yeah.
I just mentioned to the previous student what we have to do when we have a vertical fatha. You were listening, right?
Yeah.
Can you remind us?
That you have to prolong it for no more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, no longer than 2 seconds. And you also have to make a thick sound. So, Allahu. Okay? And then you have to perform kalkala on all these letters highlighted in red. You performed this rule here, right? So you didn't created any gunna sound because this is followed by lam mushaddad. So that was very good. So just work on your this rule of lam jalala, which is specific to the word Allah. Okay. Which other surah is N6 224 going to recite?
Surah Lahab.
Okay. N6 224.
Okay.
You have memorized Surah Al-Lahab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start reciting whenever you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay. Jazakillah in 6224. You have memorized this surah really well, and again, you perform the Madisagi rule correctly, but the vertical fatha, you have to make sure that you elongate it for 2 seconds, and same goes for the inverted dhamma. I just mentioned these rules earlier, so after today's class ends, you can go on YouTube and rewatch the video and look at the rules and correct them, okay? Just one mistake here. So here, the lam has the dhamma stroke, therefore it has to be maluhu, okay? But you recited it as malahu, so it does not have a fatha stroke, it has a dhamma stroke, so it has to be maluhu, okay? So just correct that mistake and memorize this surah with the correct pronunciation. Jazakillah. Can we have another student?
Yes, we can have A5206.
A5206. Which surah is A5206 going to recite?
Surah An-Nas.
Okay. A5206. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
It's not unmuting, I don't know why.
Okay, I will.
Can we try?
Yeah. Okay, I think A5206 have muted themselves, so we'll have another student.
Okay. A585. 85185.
A5185. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Which surah is A5185 going to recite?
Surah Al-Lahab.
Okay. A5185. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay. A5185. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay. There is no response, so we will have another student.
Sorry, can we have A5196?
Okay. A5196. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam rahmatullahi barakatuhu. Which surah is A5196 going to recite today?
Al-Kafirun.
Okay. A5196, you can start whenever you are ready.
Which one is it?
Surah Al-Kafirun.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah. A5196. So, first of all,
Wait, stop it.
A5196. Okay. So first of all, here it's abudu, and both the letter ba and dal
Okay.
have the dhamma stroke, and it's not inverted, so you only have to spend 1 second on it. So abudu, but you kind of elongated the
Oh yeah.
dal.
Yeah.
So make sure you correct that. And then here, lakum, again, the letter lam only has fatha, and it's not vertical fatha or mad saghir, so you don't have to elongate it too much. So apart from these two mistakes, you performed the you did not make any common errors in pronunciation. But I will encourage you to learn and memorize the next level of pronunciation. So for example here, wala antum, the noon will be silent. So I think you were here in the previous class when I mentioned that rule.
Yeah.
And same here, antum, because it's highlighted in blue and it has to be silent.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes?
Yeah, can you go to the Surah Al-Ma'un?
Yeah, I'll go there. Have you recited Surah Al-Ma'un?
Yes, I know it by heart.
Okay.
Yeah, you see where it says wala yahuzzu.
Which verse is it?
The third verse. I think no, the second verse. I think yeah.
Third, yeah.
Third
Here.
verse, yeah. Wala yahuzzu. You see that? Yeah. When you were reciting it, you said wala yahuddu.
Yeah.
That I see that.
Yeah, it's because the letter Zod, it's a thick letter and it has to come from our throat. So when we pronounce it from coming from our throat, then it will be Yahuddu.
Okay.
So that is why.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. So would you like to recite this verse now?
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
The third verse.
Have you memorized Surah Al-Maun?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you can recite the entire surah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك يدعو اليتيم.
Okay.
ولا
5196?
Yes.
Yadu'ul yatim.
يدعو اليتيم ولا يهد على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Jazakallah. You have memorized this surah very well. Again, here,
Yes.
Ara'aita, you prolong the letter Ra a little bit, and you performed all the vertical fathas and other rules correctly, and I could hear that you tried to implement
Yeah.
what you just asked from me, so well done. And I would just say that here, as you can see on the screen, it's on salatihim, so the noon here will also be silent. So if you have this book with all the highlighted rules, then you can memorize the surah with the correct pronunciation.
I wanted to say that I used to go Al-Hafizun.
Yeah.
So I have, and they gave me this book as well.
Okay.
Colored book. I still have it, but I left Al-Hafizun.
Okay. That's fine.
That's why I know these surahs.
All right. So now we'll conclude our class with the ending prayer, but before that, I'll just quickly remind everyone that make sure that after today's class finishes, so memorize the Surah Al-Maun, with the correct pronunciation, because a lot of you have already memorized the surah, but not with the correct pronunciation. So do that. And again, just a quick reminder that this Wednesday, on the 7th of November 2018, we have a parent-teachers meeting. So the class will start as normal at 7:05. However, the first 15 minutes will be for the parents-teachers meeting. And then after 15 minutes, we'll start the class as usual. So parents are encouraged to come to the meeting. Jazakallah. Can we have a student to recite the...
Yes. A5207.
Okay. A5207. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullah. Can you quickly recite this ending prayer?
Okay. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. O Allah, accept this effort and service from us, for you are the most hearing, the most knowing.
Jazakallah.
Ameen.
Yeah, Jazakallah. So here it's just Innaka anta sami'ul alim.
Innaka antasami'ul alim.
Jazakallah. So also, along with the surahs, try to memorize the starting prayers as well as the ending prayers with the correct pronunciation. And Jazakallah. With this, we will end our today's meeting.